Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. It's time for the December 7th reveal in Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar. If you have the Advent calendar and haven't opened up today's item, you may want to pause this video. I'm about to reveal it. So we'll find number 7, open up this box. It's a larger box. And there are 3 different pictures. When we open up the rest of the window, it looks like we have a fun stencil set. And there are 3 different layers to the stencil. I'll just use my piercing tool so I can pop the stencil out of the window. Let me get it out of the plastic, separate all the stencils so you can see this fun pattern. All 3 of the stencils have some small holes in the upper corners. That way you can easily line them up. The stencils are also numbered. In the lower right hand corner there's a 1, 2, and 3. For my card today, I'll start off by using the stencils. I have a piece of white cardstock and I'll start with stencil layer number 1. The ink color is Tiara from Catherine Pooler. I'll hold the stencil and paper in place with some tacky tape, and I'm stenciling on Waffle Flower's mini stencil mat. Since this is a small stencil, it doesn't take very long at all. Once I finish with stencil layer number 1, I'll remove the stencil. Then I'll bring in stencil layer number 2. Reattach the tacky tape. The ink color I'm using is Catherine Pooler's Apricot. I will be using pattern paper for my card, so I selected ink colors that match with the pattern paper. I'll just go over some of the areas so I have nice solid coverage. Remove the stencil. Now I'll bring in the final stencil layer number 3. The ink color is Catherine Pooler's Cotton Candy. It's a really pretty pink. Once I've inked up all of the areas of the stencil, it's my favorite part, removing the stencil to reveal the finished look. Now while I was stenciling, I did get ink in those small holes, so if you don't want to do that, make sure to cover those up. I cut down the stenciled panel to 2 3/4 of an inch by 2 3/4 of an inch, and I'll be layering it on some black cardstock. I will be using a card sketch for inspiration. The sketch is from OWH, it's number 56. The pattern paper is from Doodlebug Designs Hello Again collection. For the background of my card, I'm using some light teal cardstock, and I'm layering all of the pieces on black cardstock. The stenciled piece will be the small square in front. I'm using this small floral pattern paper behind the stenciled piece. And for the narrow strip going across the card, I'm using a green tone-on-tone foliage print. I'll layer the background on some black cardstock, put ATG tape on the back, and add my card front onto a card base, leaving 1/8 of an inch of the white card base showing. Before adhering the narrow strip of green cardstock, I will add some scrap cardstock pieces on the very right and left side, just in the areas where it goes off of the floral square. Without those cardstock pieces, there would be a noticeable dip where it goes off of that square piece. Then I'll put glue on the back and adhere it at the lower portion of the card. I did cut the green strip just a little bit wider than my card. I'll simply flip it over, use my scissors, and trim off that extra. Now I'll add the stenciled square, put glue on the back, and adhere it in place. For a sentiment, I'm adding Just Because. This is a sentiment cut apart that's included in Doodlebug Designs Hello Again collection. I cut the left side at an angle. Before adhering it to the card, I will add some scrap cardstock pieces on the left side where it goes off of the stenciled layer. Then I'll put glue on the back and adhere it in the lower left-hand corner. Using a leftover scrap piece of black cardstock, I'll cut a small banner. First cut a fishtail on the bottom, then I'll cut the right side in slightly at an angle, flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Then I'll put glue on the back and adhere it in the upper right hand corner on the stenciled panel. For a final finishing touch, I'll add some gem stickers on the left side of the card. These are gem stickers from my stash. I'm slowly working my way through them with the advent cards. I'll add 3 clear gem stickers on the left side of the floral panel. So there is my finished card using the December 7th item from Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar. I will have links in the description box for any items that are still available. And make sure to come back tomorrow for the December 8th reveal and a card. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.